Moment of inertia of a rod. Moment of inertia of a rod about an axis. About an axis passing through one of its two ends, passing through one of its two ends, one of its ends, and existing in the same plane as that of the rod. Existing in the same plane, existing in the same plane of the rod. Existing in the same plane of the rod. So we have to find the moment of inertia of a rod about an axis passing through one of its ends and existing in the same plane of the rod. In diagram, this is a rod of length L. This is a rod of length L, and we consider three mutually perpendicular axes. Three mutually perpendicular axes meeting at the center of the rod. O is the center of the rod, and these are the three mutually perpendicular axes, that is x, y and z axis. M is the mass of the rod and O is the center of mass of the rod. If the rod rotates about the axis x, about x axis, then the rod will have the moment of inertia Ix. If the rod rotates about the axis y, in that case, it will have the moment of inertia Iy. If the rod rotates about the axis z axis, if it rotates about z axis, then the rod will have the moment of inertia Iz. Length of the rod is L. Length of the rod is L. Total length of the rod is L. And we consider an axis existing in the same plane of the rod and passing through one of its end of the rod. Given Iz, moment of inertia of the rod about z-axis passing through center of mass of the rod and perpendicular to the plane of the rod, that is Iz equal ml square by 12. ml square by 12. We consider an axis passing through the end P of the rod, and PT is the axis which exists in the same plane of the rod and which passes through one of its end. Here we have to find IPT, that is moment of inertia of the rod about the axis PT. If the rod rotates about the axis PT, then the rod will have the moment of inertia IPT. According to the parallel axis theorem, according to the theorem of parallel axis, according to theorem of parallel axis, it should be axis, not axis. The moment of inertia of the rod of mass capital M, and length small l, about the axis PT is given by IPT equal Ix plus mass into square of distance between these two parallel axes, that is m into L by 2 whole square, where Ix is the moment of inertia of the rod about the axis x. Here the axis PT is parallel to x axis, hence we can apply parallel axis theorem or theorem of parallel axis. The axis PT is parallel to x axis according to the diagram, and distance between this parallel axis is L by 2. Ix plus the product of mass and the square of the distance between two parallel axes, which is L by 2 whole square. Now putting the expression, so we get Ix plus ml square by 4, IPT equal Ix plus ml square by 4, which is equation 1, IPT equal Ix plus ml square by 2. Again, according to the theorem of perpendicular axis, the moment of inertia of the rod about z-axis which is passing through the center of mass, that is passing through the point O, and perpendicular to the plane of the rod, is Iz equal Ix plus Iy. Where Ix and Iy are the moments of inertia of the rod about the two mutually perpendicular axes x and y, and meeting at the center of mass of the rod, that is x and y axis. So we get Iz equal Ix plus Iy, which is equation 2. Iz equal Ix plus Iy, which is equation 2. Now Iy equals 0 as y-axis is along the axis of the rod, is along the own axis of the rod, and the distance of the rod from y-axis is 0. Hence Iy will be 0. This is the axis of the rod, and in this case y-axis coincides with the own axis of the rod. This is the own axis of the rod, and here y-axis coincides with the own axis of the rod. Hence Iy will be 0. Moment of inertia of the rod about y-axis will be 0. Therefore Iz equal Ix plus 0. Therefore Ix equal Iz, or Ix equal ml square by 12. Ix equal ml square by 12, which is moment of inertia of the rod about x-axis. Moment of inertia of the rod about x-axis. X-axis passing through the center of mass of the rod, that is the point O, and existing in the same plane of the rod, putting the expression of Ix in equation 1, we get IPT equal Ix plus Ix plus ml square by 4 equal ml square by 12 plus ml square by 4, because Ix was found as ml square by 12. Now m by ml square is taken common, 1 by 12 plus 1 by 4 equal, therefore IPT equal ml square by 3. Finally, we can prove that IPT equal ml square by 3. This is the moment of inertia of the rod about the axis PT, passing through one of its end and existing in the same plane of the rod. IPT equal ml square by 3, which is the moment of inertia of the rod, about the axis PT, passing through one of its ends and existing in the same plane of the rod. Existing in the same plane of the rod. Additional information is, we can draw the diagram of rod again. This is a rod and we consider z-axis. Which is passing through the center of mass O of the rod, and two mutually perpendicular axes are x and y. M is the mass of the rod, L is the total length of the rod. PT is an axis, and if the rod rotates about the axis PT, moment of inertia IPT is ml square by 3. And if the rod rotates about z-axis, moment of inertia will... Now IPT should be ml square by 3. Correction. Moment of inertia of the rod about the axis PT should be ml square by 3. Moment of inertia of the rod about z-axis is Iz equal ml square by 12. Moment of inertia about x-axis is Ix, which is ml square by 12. Moment of inertia about y-axis, that means Iy equal 0. IPT equal ml square by 3.